Rottweiler is a powerful breed of dog, which at first glance may seem uncontrollably angry and dangerous. You can hear a lot about these dogs from people who know almost nothing about them. In most cases, this is due to the fact that unscrupulous breeders were engaged in spontaneous sale of Rottweilers to inexperienced dog breeders who did not know how to properly raise a puppy. Because of this, there have been dozens of reports of killer dogs. In fact, the Rottweiler is a very calm and balanced dog with its own character traits that require proper upbringing. A pet that has completed a training course behaves adequately. A well-bred dog is quite peaceful. She gets along well with people, pets, is attached to her master. The success of raising a Rottweiler puppy depends entirely on the owner. This breed is not for novice dog breeders, because you need to have great patience and fortitude to raise an obedient dog. The quality of the host plays an important role. He must have patience, perseverance, self-confidence, rigor. A weak-willed person will suffer from coming out to an adult animal, and ultimately, this can turn into a tragedy. Rottweiler is a dog of one owner. He will be loyal to all family members, but among them he will adore only the one who constantly studies and feeds him. Before you take a puppy, think about what you need it for. A Rottweiler is a watchman, a guard, a bodyguard, whose skills are genetically laid down. What qualities you will develop by training, then you will get in the end. A trained dog will not bark, bite, or make unnecessary movements without a command. The main features of the breed are high intelligence, natural cunning. With a puppy you need to be engaged from an early age. As soon as he got to you, take the reins in your own hands. Establish a clear hierarchy. Never break it. Do not give indulgences, because this is a leader dog that will quickly seize the initiative and will manage the whole family. The main task is to teach the dog to hear you and execute commands. Do not encourage or develop aggression. Direct it in the right direction. If the dog starts barking or throwing at someone without a reason and a command, stop it. Otherwise it will become uncontrollable. Do not use physical punishment in training. Rottweiler, this is a thinking dog that needs to be treated with respect. Explain more, and tell us what you expect from her. Dogs of this breed have high learning abilities. However, there is a distinctive feature, a slow reaction. That is, the transition from one state to another is slightly slowed down. The owner should take this nuance into account during training, so as not to get annoyed. Otherwise, there is a high probability of unknowingly developing bad habits in the dog. For example, uncontrollable aggression. But Rottweilers firmly retain the lessons they have worked out in their memory. It will take a lot of time to teach a dog of this breed basic commands and skills. However, in the future, you can reduce the number of hours of training by a third. At the same time, the results will be the same as with other service breeds. When training, it should not be forgotten that the Rottweiler has a highly developed food reaction, and the use of this feature allows you to develop and consolidate various training techniques with a variety of treats very quickly. This is a very reliable method of teaching. Rottweilers are service dogs, so they must know the entire set of basic service commands and carry them out implicitly. The best option for training a Rottweiler puppy is considered to be classes under the guidance of a specialist. The most important thing is Rottweiler training, inflexibility. If you decide to get the command executed, do it. If you slack off at least once, the dog can become uncontrollable. Every command with a dog needs to be worked out clearly and methodically. Jumping from the team to the team is not only ineffective, it will lead to their confusion and the refusal of the animal from classes. If a singer does something wrong, it does not mean that he is stupid or disobedient. In most cases, erroneous execution of commands or actions is the result of improper training. You cannot deceive a dog during training. If you give the command to walk, and instead of the promised walk, to give her an injection, most likely, she will stop trusting the deceived. Training will turn into a wagon train if trusting contact is broken between the owner and the dog. You need to carefully monitor the frequency of command execution. For example, ignoring the wrong landing of the Rottweiler after the command to sit. It will later be difficult to teach him an even exhibition stand. Training should give pleasure to both the owner and the dog, so it is better to spend it in the form of playing in the fresh air. Usually, 3 to 4 times a day, 10 to 15 minutes are engaged with the dog. It is advisable to finish each lesson with a team that the dog knows well. After the correct execution of the commands, you need to praise and treat with a yummy. In that case, both the owner and the pet will have a pleasant feeling of success until the next training session. Dog handlers and experienced breeders claim that training a Rottweiler is not an easy task. The dog, by his nature, cannot grasp everything on the fly, but what he has learned remains in his memory for life. Every owner of this strong, fearless pet knows that there is no dog better for someone who appreciates calm strength, fearlessness, prudence, and most importantly, devotion to family and love for children.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our latest videos. Check out our other content, and be sure to hit that notification bell.